For the past 3 days, NOPD detectives, along with our state and federal law enforcement partners, have worked relentlessly and around the clock to track down and arrest the man responsible for shooting Dr. Peter Gold. That aggressive work led to us identifying 21-year-old Euric Cain as the suspect on Sunday. I am extremely pleased to report that as of 11:30 today, members of our NOPD Special Operations Division, along with U.S. Marshals, tracked Cain down in the 2200 block of Delashay Street. Cain was arrested without further incident and has given our detectives a full confession about the incident. You'll remember we promised that anyone we found to be harboring Cain would face serious consequences. We found 2 females inside of the home where Cain was hiding, one of whom, his girlfriend, Victoria Washington, 17 years old, was arrested as an accessory to that crime. Gold will be booked also with attempted first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and armed robbery. Our thoughts and prayers remain with the Gold family, and we wish him a speedy recovery. As the mayor noted this morning, we confirmed a total of 17 victims involved in the shooting at Bunny Friend Playground last night. We personally met with 14 of the 17 victims. We're talking about children and teenagers. This young boy was 10 years old, very impressive young man who talked to us. I believe it was his grandmother was in the room. This is absolutely senseless. We're not going to stand for it now. We'll never stand for it. And so we're going to provide a complete list of all the injuries to you, of all the ages of all the people who were injured. Now, after working this investigation throughout the night, we know that as of right now, this was an unplanned, unpermitted event that grew up to 500 people perhaps. There were some accounts that say 300, some accounts said it was over 500 people at Bunny Friend Park. The moment we got word of this crowd, we immediately dispatched our officers to shut it down. As the officers were within 1 block, they heard shots that were fired as our officers were arriving to the scene. We worked quickly to contain the situation and to render aid to those who were injured. We know that there were 2 groups out there shooting at each other with hundreds of people in the way. And our detectives recovered dozens of bullet casings on the scene. We believe they were obviously using automatic weapons. By all accounts, this appears to be gang-related, and we're working with all of our partners from the MAG unit, the multi-agency gang unit, to identify any suspects that may be involved. So we're collecting surveillance video from around the neighborhood, and when we find it, we're going to make sure that we give that to you to help us identify these suspects as soon as we have it. If anyone has any personal video, cell phone video, or any other type of video or evidence, we want you to give that to us now. We want you to call Crime Stoppers immediately and turn that over to Crime Stoppers. These innocent people did not deserve to be shot. These children did not deserve to get home. They were just out there trying to have a good time. So please, I'm appealing to every person with a conscience, anyone who has any information. We know that there were hundreds of people out there, which means there were hundreds of witnesses to this event. And we know that there are people who saw what happened, and we need you to give us that information today. We're not going to give up. We're never going to give up. We're going to go after these gunmen with everything we have, local, state, and federal law enforcement. And when we do, you're going to face very serious consequences.